Buying a computer used to mean buying a tool that belonged entirely to you. Today, purchasing a modern PC feels more like renting a screen, where the manufacturer holds the remote and decides what you watch. Look at the current desktop landscape. Windows 11 now commands almost 75% of the global market share, but that widespread usage doesn't reflect a happy user base. User trust is plummeting, replaced by a growing, universal frustration with how the operating system actually behaves. The driving force behind this migration isn't enthusiasm for new features, it's a looming deadline. In October 2025, Microsoft will officially cut off support for Windows 10, forcing millions to transition. And that transition has a strict bouncer at the door. Microsoft requires a security chip called TPM 2.0 for Windows 11. If your computer lacks it, the system artificially blocks you from upgrading, even if your processor and memory are perfectly capable of handling the workload. Because of that single hardware requirement, an estimated 240 million functional PCs will be pushed into early retirement. That translates to 480 million kilograms of electronic waste, destined for landfills. Throwing away millions of working computers to enforce a security chip is not a byproduct of better technology. It is a deliberate strategy of forced adoption and planned obsolescence. Once inside Windows 11, the operating system routinely overrides what you actually want to do. Take web browsing, for example. Microsoft Edge is deeply embedded into the architecture. Try to download another browser, and Edge actively fights your choice. It throws up pop-ups begging you to keep it as the default, while simultaneously injecting its own paid promotions and shopping tools into your search results. Behind the scenes, the browser quietly tracks your search history and usage data. Microsoft claims this is to optimize your experience, but the exact boundaries of how that data is used remain opaque. The interference extends far beyond the web. When you save a personal photo or a tax document, the basic expectation is that the file lives locally on your physical hard drive. Instead, Windows automatically routes those local saves through OneDrive. Without prompting, it intercepts your files and sweeps them into Microsoft's remote cloud servers. Microsoft presents this automatic syncing as a convenient backup feature, but when that free 5 GB cloud limit fills up with intercepted desktop files, you are immediately prompted to purchase a monthly storage subscription to keep your system working smoothly. Microsoft has re-engineered basic system functions into revenue streams, treating every file save as an opportunity to sell a cloud subscription. Then there is the most aggressive intervention yet, Microsoft's AI assistant, Copilot. Rather than offering an optional tool for those who want it, the company has jammed generative AI into almost every corner of the desktop, regardless of whether you actually ask for it. Even Notepad, a plain text editor that has existed for decades simply to jot down quick thoughts, now features a dedicated Copilot button. It operates on the bizarre assumption that you need a chatbot to write a grocery list. The space that isn't occupied by AI is increasingly filled with operating system-level advertisements. The Start menu now routinely displays app suggestions and promotional content, transforming your main navigation hub into a digital billboard. Microsoft justifies this rapid rollout of ads and AI features under a corporate strategy they proudly call continuous innovation. But the side effect of that strategy is a relentless stream of monthly updates. These patches frequently alter the interface, bury local control options, and break existing settings entirely. Windows 11 establishes a desktop environment where the corporate presence is permanent, mediating even the simplest task with unsolicited AI prompts and suggestions. Faced with a hostile user experience, a growing number of people are realizing they don't actually have to endure this relationship with their hardware. Over 500,000 Windows users have recently abandoned the ecosystem entirely, migrating to Linux distributions like Zorin OS and Mint. They are making the jump because these alternative operating systems run perfectly well on older hardware that lacks TPM 2.0 chips, and they respect the user's intent. Booting up a Linux machine today offers an environment that is quiet, simple, and completely free of embedded advertisements and AI babysitters. This stark contrast reveals exactly what happened in the boardroom. Microsoft shifted its economic model away from selling a standalone product toward harvesting recurring revenue from software services. The platform has transitioned into a digital storefront,
prioritizing the delivery of ads and subscription prompts over the quiet utility of a traditional operating system. Staying within the Windows 11 ecosystem requires a specific compromise, acknowledging that your hardware is now a portal for corporate monetization first and your personal computer second.